And Bonner just checks back in.
Yeah, she's dangerous here in her matchup. They like to invert her to the block as well.
So it's Hull over on Bonner, and it's Mitchell on Mabry. That had been Hull's assignment.
Well, I like Mabry with the ball here, making a decision.
Mitchell harassing. Here is Thomas. Shot clock down to 4. They're not going to get the 2 for 1. Thomas had it knocked away. Good hands, Fagbenle. It's fever ball.
What a floor game by Fagbenle. What she does isn't going to show up a lot in the stat sheet tonight, but she has been disruptive all game. She's used her length, her quickness, and her defensive IQ.
And it's our Master Jewelers defensive gem. Temi Fagbenle coming up in a massive spot defensively. And she has been hampered by injury this year, but when she has been available, she has been a huge boost here to the Fever. This is her 14th game she's played. She's missed 17. You don't usually hear defense called clutch. That was pretty clutch defense.
And watch this play right here. Watch the ball. See, it goes off Fagbenle.
So the question then would be, if they challenge it.
I don't think they did, because I didn't see the officials going to the monitor.
I'm not sure where the shot clock would have been. It was really winding down.
So right here, because Connecticut has been so good up the line, getting tips, deflections, you're not looking to foul right away. You're trying to get a steal.
See, both teams have their reset timeouts. That's the new rule in the WNBA to advance the ball. And each team has a regular timeout left, too. And so Lexie Hull will inbound here for Indiana.
Really good free throw shooters on the floor, Pat, for Indiana.
For all intents and purposes, the shot clock is off. Hull trying to get it in and got it into Clark, and they immediately do foul. That's an interesting decision, an immediate foul and on Indiana's best free throw shooter.
Especially when this could become a 2-possession game, and Connecticut is not a great three-point shooting team at 35% tonight, but they did have a foul to give.
Excuse me, they had a foul to give, yes. Now Hull will get it in. Kelsey Mitchell hits the deck, and there's a foul. Well, they could challenge this, and if it were to be overturned, it would be an interesting determination of whether that would be traveling or not. I can't see from behind if Burton gets her. But I'm not sure that it's traveling either.
Did anybody touch her? That's the thing. It could be a good challenge. Stephanie White challenged earlier and won. Looks like she loses her balance.
Yeah, not much there.
And Dewana Bonner immediately reacting. I did not touch her.
So what do Kevin Fahey, Jenna Renau, and Gina Cross come away with here? Because if you take the foul away, then what do you rule in terms of where Kelsey Mitchell was on the ground?
And what was the clock?
If there's anything from that angle.
She did grab her jersey there, but that is before the ball comes inbound. So you can't go back to that.
Right.
You got to evaluate this play.
Yeah,
I think they're going to come away with travel.
I think so, too.
I think it's going to be Connecticut's ball.
At minimum, it looks like it's got a high probability of being successful. But what successful means really is the key here. Is it traveling? Will the Fever maintain possession? Will they rule jump ball? There is a little tug there, and that has the slightest chance of being a saving grace for Indiana.
I don't think you can evaluate that part of it.
Yeah.
The whistle is on this.
And
what a game, Pat. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it was 8-2 to start the game. And Christy Sides called a timeout, and then Indiana scored more points against Connecticut in the first quarter than anybody has scored against them all year, 33 points.
More in the first half than anyone scored in the first half. Connecticut has dug down defensively, just 31 points for Indiana in the second half. This was similar to Atlanta on Monday night, and the Fever are hoping, just like Atlanta on Monday night, to be able to hold on.
All the games are going to be like this. Are you kidding me? We're in a playoff push right here, baby. Everybody's pushing for the playoffs.
And this game massive to both of these teams. Connecticut holding on to a half-game lead over Minnesota for third. Indiana, on the other hand, can pull within a game of sixth-place Phoenix, who is in action later tonight. Of course, the Fever trying to lock down a playoff spot for the first time since 2016. They went for 12 straight years and haven't been since.
The last time they were in the playoffs, Caitlin Clark was a freshman in high school. This is really interesting. They're going to come away with no foul.
Yes.
It's going to be Indiana's ball. I guess in the review you can't find a violation. You're only evaluating the foul. So I would not let Caitlin Clark catch it here. Kelsey Mitchell I would not let catch it. I'd make someone else.
They are not guarding Lexie Hull, the inbounder, so it's 5-on-4. They get it into Boston, back to Hull. And Hull is fouled there by Carrington, I believe. Lexie Hull is a 76% free throw shooter. When you talk about two massive moments that involved the officiating, you had the three that was disallowed by Indiana on the offensive foul. You had what could have been a challenge and a turnover there.
Well, you had the ball going off Fag Bentley on the baseline as well, which could have been a challenge, which allowed Indiana to keep the ball.
And Hull knocks down the first. Hull with 17 points in her second start of the season. She's been terrific off the bench and now packing a punch in the starting lineup. So Stephanie White will use a reset timeout. Advance the ball. Erica Wheeler. She can get hype about anything. Loving that free throw going down.
You can get a quick two here. I would not let Mabry get a three off.
Mabry off the screen, weaves inside. Kick out Carrington. She is open. Can't hit the three. Rebound Caitlin Clark. And is Connecticut going to let this go? Well, it looks for the time being that they are. And they are going to let this go. It's 9 wins in their last 10 home games for Indiana. They snap an 11-game losing streak to Connecticut. And their magic number to make the playoffs is down to 6. Debbie, Indiana was tested late on Monday in Atlanta. They were tested late here tonight, and this young group has come through in some clutch moments.
Incredible resolve, great resilience. Check it off. Connecticut was a team this group had not beaten this season. The only one left is Vegas.